music.
Your boys keep it real, man. I really like listening to them, man. They funny. Yeah.
Son.
They really speak their truth. What the hell was that?
You're.
What it do? What the business is? What's good? It's your boy Mel, and we back in the building again, bringing the barbershop to the box office, baby. Let's go. And yes, I did attempt a little sign language right there. I tried to learn a little sign language in the what's good parts for y'all. So maybe I fucked it up. Maybe I got it right. I don't know. But I attempted.
Nobody could see it because we wasn't in the camera.
Yeah, it was.
Barely.
I said it was good. It was
Right.
good.
That's barely in the camera though.
Yeah, man, it's good enough. I barely got my toe in there, man. That's all I can do for you.
Why your thumb look like a big toe though?
Man, why your toe look like a thumb?
You've never seen my toe. I always wear sneakers.
I didn't see that gout foot.
Okay, only one foot has gout in it, and it's. Hey man, what's goody, people? I'm Jay. I'm here. I'm healthy though. The gout is speculative. All right, self-diagnosed, but we're working on it.
The gout is real.
Nah, man. The doc told me to come back. I ain't been back since. Fuck that shit. I don't want no bad news. I'm gonna keep drinking my liquor the same way I've been doing.
You sure he ain't say "damn you black" and you thought he just said "please come back"?
That's not that. That doesn't even like work as a joke. Like that's just insulting. Like that's not even funny. Why would you? You know what?
You gonna come over here and slap me?
I will never Chris Rock you. Okay, I respect you too much as a black man, or as a man. Period. And there's that little tidbit. Right? Yeah. So. You know.
But yeah, what's good, people? It's just your boy Joe. We back again for another one. This one was decent, but we gonna get into that. Truvue podcast.
Once again, thanks again for tuning in. It is Grown Man MJ. I love everybody.
Oh shit!
I fucking hate the Oscars, man. Let's get in.
Wow.
I knew
it. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, hold on.
Anytime
let's get it in, man.
I love everybody.
Why does he wake up and choose violence? Why do you wake up and choose violence? Like, let's be peaceful. Let's lead with love.
If it comes to me, Jay, it's not a choice.
Damn. Well,
I choose this life. This life chose me. Always ready and on time, but never prepared. It's this week on the Truvue podcast. We are reviewing the Oscar-winning Best Picture, CODA. Off of CODA? I got a bruh off of CODA?
Off of you trying to still look for the damn description.
You know what? Well,
like, let me just say a bunch of words.
Right. All right. This movie is currently streaming. It's an Apple original, so that's where you'll find it, Apple TV. Now, what is CODA? The name will give you no hint to what this shit is about, but
it's a child of deaf adults.
Child of deaf adults. Motherfucker.
CODA.
Look at that. Okay, well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There's a kid, her parents are deaf. Boom. That is the movie. Now,
the end.
The end. I mean, essentially.
Roll credits.
Zo, you want to go? Zo, I know. I see the wheels turning. Let it go. Before I start. Okay.
Fade to black. I got you, Zo.
Fade to really black.
I gotta give you the Nick here. What's buddy name? The Hooper. Anyway.
Okay.
Nick Young.
Yeah, you get the Nick Young meme for that one. Like, what you talking about, bro?
Okay, I'm gonna start this. Can I go now? All right. Ruby is the only hearing member of her of a deaf family from.
Come on.
Yo,
Oh my god! Oh my god! Why? Okay, Ruby is the only hearing member of a deaf family from Massachusetts. At 17, she works mornings before school to help her parents and her brother keep their fishing business afloat. But in joining her high school's choir club, Ruby finds herself drawn to both her duet partner and her latent passion for singing. Where are they? Is that Gloucester? Say that word. Say, is that Loch Ness Monster? What the fuck is? How do you say that?
Huh?
They're from Massachusetts. Moving on. So yes, one girl, deaf people. She has to be the translator. If you've ever lived in Hialeah, you've seen this shit before. All right, it's like every Cuban family. There's one little girl that has to order for the entire family because she's the only one that speaks English. Shout out to you wherever you are. You're doing great. Did I tell you about the time like the dude tried to set me up with his like daughter? I was a waiter in college. She may have been all of 13. I'm like, bruh.
well, he certainly had a plan. Shit, you didn't.
Oh god. All right, let's get it rocking. Where do we want to start?
Rap music make the ass cheeks shake, baby.
There's a drop we haven't heard in a while.
Love it. They into
So-
the hip hop. They into that gangster rap because it make them butt cheeks quiver.
So one thing I will have to I don't, and I guess like you guys have done more creative shit and are into the like singing, and Mel, especially you. It was intentional. What the fuck did I just approve? How intentional do you think it was? I'm sorry. Something just popped up on my phone and I automatically clicked OK. But yeah. How intentional do you think the song choices were in this one? Like you have You're All I Need, you have Something's Got a Hold on Me, you got I Fought the Law. I think You're All I Need was the constant song that she kept singing throughout her auditions and, you know, in the choir and stuff. So how do you think
they sang Marvin Gaye?
Yeah, like vocalists songs, you know what I'm saying? Like where you have to like sing.
They tried to sing Marvin Gaye.
I couldn't stand it, Jay. I'll be honest, man. I couldn't stand it.
They tried. I'm gonna be honest too, Mike. I'm with you.
Like it really pissed me off. Like, why is they doing this to music like this? It's
They
like
sold it.
Yes. Okay. So that was my thing. I was like, why
Kids
doesn't
about
this,
to tell.
when
like
it
what was the
what was
the TV show that they were singing on
Glee?
that shit was better.
Yeah, Glee was fire.
I
Yeah,
never
you had
watched it.
it's kind of I didn't watch it either, but them kids could sing. I know that.
I did.
No, they had like I heard Naya Rivera was on it, and I heard she could sing also.
Yeah, Glee was fire, but
Yeah.
this was that they took all of my soul out of my soul music, man. I was like,
For real,
why
bro.
y'all doing this?
Like when I was listening to her and the guy sing "You're All I Need," I was like,
This
why
was,
does it sound? It sound like bad. Like it doesn't sound bad, but it also doesn't. I don't feel
It
anything
sounds
from
like unseasoned meat.
I'm not doing that because that's making
It
a
makes sense,
racial
though.
thing, though.
It
It's
makes
making-
sense.
It was very decisive.
What you mean it's
You know what
making
I'm
it a
saying?
racial thing?
It's making because it's. I
It
think
was
with music,
decisive.
You put a white dude and a white girl on meth and Mary and made that shit Seth and Sarah and shit.
so how do you explain what was Did you say Seth and Sarah? Negro.
Yeah.
Stop. Oh god. Okay. The reason why I don't want to make it a race. The reason why I
It's
don't
not
want
a
to make
race
it a
thing. It's they lack the soul. Because there's white people that can sing soul
yeah.
music.
Because what's her
But
face? Rick
in all,
James's
in all
girl,
honesty,
Tina
I
Marie.
don't think
Tina Marie. Like
I
after
don't
Tina
think
Marie,
she
you
did
can't
too
tell
bad
me.
of a job.
Okay,
I don't
so-
think she did too bad of a job.
Oh no, the song she came in singing in the very opening of the movie, I was like, whoa. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, let's
Yeah.
get to it then. This what you're doing?
But
Let's get to
homeboy,
it. Not even that. It's just when I
they
don't know.
coulda
It's like when she played into having to sing for everybody else to hear. I guess it just
Yeah.
didn't. It never got back to that opening scene for me.
Where when the teacher kept saying like sing from your gut, I never felt like she could find her gut. And I was like, I feel as though the issue was that she picked songs that were rooted in people that had gone through pain. And so like there's a sadness in their voice when they sing these songs. No matter so like no matter what, but if you don't genuinely have that, can't draw from that sadness in your life, like in your personal life, it won't come across the same. And it's like that is sad in itself. And I don't know if that's just me, being in love with trauma, but it's like, or being addicted to trauma or some shit, but it just did not ring the same. You're All I Need feels different when it comes from somebody that like is literally saying like you're all I need. Like I didn't believe her, I guess, when she was singing that song. But except for the last time she sung it to her father, that part got me. When she did it there, I felt it, but that was more so in his interpretation, in him trying to hear her sing, is what got me, not necessarily her words. I guess I don't know if that makes sense.
No, that makes complete sense.
It makes perfect sense. Yeah.
But but even then, Jay, it was that was a good point. Like she had struggles finding that gut. What really where the pain held. She didn't have that to lean on. It was like a lot of it was like I guess fake woe is me type shit. Like she really wanted somebody to really, she got picked on, but she really didn't have no reason to feel bad for herself. She came from a loving house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's kind of one of the reasons why I didn't give this a whole 5, but we'll get into that in the short bus. But it was like, if you're playing the Struggle Olympics, this shorty ain't even qualifying. Like
Shorty failed out on the prelims.
Prelims, like this is like really, this is what is got you in your hardship. Like, and there were certain instances, but we'll get to that. But like overall, the songs that they played in the background slap. Like I fought the devil I fought the law and the law won. Like that shit, like especially when they played it right after the council meeting and shit, I was like, yeah, man, like I'm getting hyped, like fuck this man, he getting on, I'm giving you 60% of shit, like I'll sell my own goddamn fish. And then you kind of just see the success kind of rise out of it. It led on to the story. So
wait a minute, what?
That's some shit you would do. That's some shit you would do, Mel.
Hey
like,
man, and I felt him in that part. Because I was
the next
like,
thing you know, we recording 15 times a day.
It sounded good. It got the people going.
No. You cannot be in any meetings. I'm sorry.
Like, no, man. I pushed back. I think she sounded pretty decent. It was
No, she wasn't terrible as a vocalist.
For Dia Walsh, Pilo. For Dia, he played Miles. Bro that played Miles. He was awful. I really feel that they could have got somebody that could carry a tune a little better to help mesh and bring out her singing more. They just picked somebody that was super bland. It sounded almost like he was a little tone deaf in parts. Like I was like
nasally a little bit.
Why? How did he get the main
through the nose?
Yeah, how did he get the main part? Like this is the main character. Like how? That's the part that it fucked up the flavor for me a little bit. Every time I had to hear him sing, I was cringing.
Well, I didn't necessarily like his vocals as well, but I'm gonna push back on Jay as far as the music that they played in the background. A lot of that was cool, and it wasn't bad music, but for me, it took away from you telling me a story in this film, and it may be leading into the
like
short bus or
you?
whatever. No, it's not that it's distracting. It's you got to understand that a lot of my lines are delivered behind sign language. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So a lot of times I'm focusing on just the screen and movements in general, and then you give me a whole bunch of more story where you got a music playing and I'm watching these niggas act the music out, so to speak. And it's like
vaudeville type shit. Like,
yeah, it's like you really not centering and giving me a storyline where I can have any I feel like the music overshadowed the actual story that we should have got, which was the parents and her and the struggles of them being deaf in a society, and her trying to grow into a society and be an adult as well.
But see, to me, like the music kind of just made her scenes, because like remember when in the deep conversations with her parents, or like the important scenes with her parents, it would go silent. You know what I'm saying? And like you made right. And so it's literally just the sign language and the subtitles, and then you may get her saying one or two words. So the music that like when you come out of that silence, you need something to be like, now, do you feel what we were trying to say in that? And I feel like that's what the music did.
I didn't get that with the music.
No, I didn't get that one. I didn't get those from the transitions. A lot of them. The only one
that's not a bad. I'm not mad at it, but I disagree a little bit.
I get where you at, and that's a good way to, I guess, to find balance with it, Jay. Yeah. That's a good way to put it. But I just, like you said, with the emotional side of it, I didn't get that, and I felt I would have got that if you did more storytelling. And only scenes with her parents just seemed like confrontations. It didn't have like much of a. It didn't have much solution with it. It didn't have much resolution to it. It just was confrontation. We move on. Confrontation. We move on. My G. Yeah, I get over it. Yeah, it's Massachusetts. But and then they tripping about her going to Boston. And it's like, man, it's like that was the gem of the story for me. You know, her trying to be
independent,
one to grow up and independent and find her independence and having to be attached to the family like that.
See, I felt like they could have. I don't feel. I like those moments that they gave us where
we still on the flavor.
Yeah, I like the moments that they gave us in the silence. Like when everything was legit, like muted, everything was dead silent.
That's when you got the best acting.
Yeah, I felt like they could have used that a little more. I think we only got like maybe one, maybe two scenes.
Dude, the scene with her and her brother fighting when she finds him afterwards, like for it to be not verbal dialogue, but like you feel that shit too. You felt that, like you felt the tension between them. Like when he was like, "Our family was fine before you were born." Like, ugh. So yeah, I get what you're saying in that respect, but again,
no, I'm talking like with the sign. Like, when was it? Was it when they were at the play?
Okay.
And they were singing and how everything muted. So you got to actually feel and sit in it with the parents so you can actually.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, okay. So like
that was old to me.
Because the argument up till that point was we don't know if she's really good because we've never actually heard her. But when the parent, because now the parents are seeing the reactions.
Yes,
because
not only that, Jay, it just sees how it just gives us more of a scope of how they have to cope with the world. Right. If you go into more of those silent scenes and how they are, like even when they had that one scene when they were like circled around at the dock and they were telling them they had to pay for an investigator on their boats and it would be like $800 a day, like. The chaos that was going on for him to be walking into it like that, just to give us more of that. I thought it would be, but I thought that would add up to more of the storytelling for me.
How long of a movie could that be, though?
I mean,
It
I'm
could have
not
been the
saying
same length. It's not going to
don't
extend
do it the whole
extend
time.
movie.
Like just give us more taste with that, because what that does is it helps us connect more with that family. Because if you
Because
notice, when the daughter is there and talking, you can still hear background noises. It's just that she's quiet because there's really no need for her to talk. And you can still hear stuff, but when they completely mute it, you are like you in it. Like you're like, oh shit, like this is how they feeling. Like they looking around, like they hear nothing, and all they can see is reactions.
not only that, Jay, it's like the brother said, our family would have been fine before you came. Would have been fine if you never came. So
Right.
it kind of reinforces when he says that. It kind of reinforces their independence a little bit.
Well, that and they using her as a crutch.
Right, and that's how I felt. And it's like, for if that's how they truly felt, she should have all the reason to be leaving and going, and it shouldn't be a conflict. So it was like, I don't know.
I'm starting to see what you guys are saying, because like now I go back to that scene in the bar with the brother where he's just sitting there, and like the father's like, we can't hear them. Why are you going out to the bar with them? And then it's like,
right,
yeah. So that scene hits differently. Okay, I see what you guys are saying. Like, you don't necessarily. So then the music does become, damn, it's not a distraction. It's just kind of like less is more would have been better.
Yeah. Mama, I want to sing.
Yeah, I'm coming around to your take. I'm coming around to your guys' take. I agree with
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Anything else we want to say on the flavor before we move on?
Well, we got to let Zoe speak on it.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
This your realm, Zoe. You got to come off mute, though.
Yeah.
I really couldn't.
Hey, hold on. And thank you for having it on mute. You understand? You was over there with a, you know what I'm saying? With a, this mug went away from the camera and everything. I'm like, oh, this mug is doing good today. Yeah, okay, we 15, 20 minutes in. Let's keep it rocking. Go ahead, Joe. I appreciate you right now, dog.
No. Don't give him that until the end of the episode. You know what I'm saying? Like, take notes, because
I mean, he off to a good path, though. I'm with him.
He'll disappoint by our minute 50.
Have faith in me, Jay.
What is the faith?
I don't know. It's like, you know, I think y'all pretty much covered, you know, a lot of the flavor. I cannot find who scored this. When you search it on Google, Hans and Zimmer come up, but there's another movie called CODA.
Yes, there is. Yes.
It's like 12 movies called CODA shit.
But yeah,
movies and documentaries, I should say.
To me, there was no originality, you know, with the score itself. And I say that because, you know, they're using
another good point, Joe.
Really?
Yeah, they're using music that, you know, has already, you know, had a big impact on the culture and society, but they didn't deliver it to its maximum potential. So it was kind of cookie cutter to me.
Yeah, and then y'all could have did an original song in this.
Yeah, I think that would have made it that much better.
The music.
Yeah.
Let me just jump in real quick. It's done by Marius D. Riot.
Is it Maurice?
Oh my God!
It's Marius.
Hey, you just said you should have just
with
said
a D and a VRIES at the end. So I don't
do that.
Should have just left him as unknown.
Do that.
Just, homie.
Yeah,
like
homeboy that did that.
But Joe, that's what I was asking in the beginning. Like, was it intentional? Because I feel like the titles that they chose for them to sing in this one, like to reenact or whatever, were from real vocalists that were known for being able to belt off and bring the audience into it. So I feel like they wanted to showcase the vocals of these kids and the choir, and especially the main character, Ross Ruby.
But it's like that's all you had though. That's like the star of your AAU team, and y'all trying to run every play through them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It don't work.
She gonna get tired eventually.
They didn't have no Sister Act type cast on here.
Yeah. And she wasn't, you know.
Thank you.
She wasn't
that's the issue.
She didn't suck, but it just wasn't you know, they could have more support, like what y'all
She's
said.
already a music star too, though.
Yeah.
So
I'm saying the shorty could sing. I'm just saying the cast in general.
yeah, I'm just saying she's a star already.
The song selection come down to it too.
We're talking over each other, guys. We're talking over each other.
No, he said
Go ahead, so.
yeah.
No, that was pretty much it. Just that song selection got a lot to do with everything. Like we say, if they would have done some original songs, I think it probably would have hit different. Even songs that fat for Buddy that was doing the duet with her. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I think they didn't do a good job of picking songs based off of the cast's real potential.
Mm. That's a good way to put it.
That's a good take. That's a very polite way to take.
I'll say that.
Zoe trying to get work still, man.
Right. No, I did want to point out before we move on that the Marius guy, the guy that did the music, he's known for La La Land, Moulin Rouge, and Romeo and Juliet, the one with Leo in there. So I don't know if that helps or hurts. But.
Well, I think that those are all better scored movies.
Nah, but La La Land, Emma Watson and Ryan Reynolds or whatever
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Gosling, man. Come on.
It sounds like that's where most of the budget went to do.
I feel like they weren't credited for their singing in that movie. I don't feel like I feel like a lot of people.
Lala got this credit for the music.
Yeah, Lala got
Oh, really? Okay.
Music, yeah.
The performing though, like from Emma Watson and them, like they could sing it.
Yeah,
that was the music shit.
Yes,
All right,
yes, sir.
I hear you. I'll shut up. I just want to say one thing.
Oh boy.
This was where I took points off because I felt like this movie was there was a serious aspect in the family's disability and how they're using her. And in the time where she decides to make her venture into doing something for herself, when she says like she loves she's really committed to her music career and she loves music, I didn't like the fact that the story didn't have her go off with a boy. It was too Hallmark and Disney and cookie cutter for me. Like I would have much rather
a lot of cliches.
It was too cliche in that aspect. I was like, this was an opportunity for the writing to be like, no, I'm gonna go back to the music teacher. You see what I'm saying? Because he was the one that was like challenging your commitment to this. And if at this point you made your decision that you're committed to it, why not go to the teacher to get extra lessons to go back? Like. Continue that relationship as opposed to run off and play on a log with a dude. Like it was too cliche, and I thought that was like, oh man, you guys were going so good until that point.
No, I thought the cliches jumped in early when she ran out of the music class.
Yeah,
I think I missed that part. I might have missed that part.
Yeah, when she ran out of the music class when they were auditioning and singing "Happy Birthday."
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ran and then sang "Happy Birthday" out in that same little area where she took the boy to. I thought the cliche started then, and I just was like, "Oh man, here we go." I was like, "It's just another movie that they pushing for whatever, regardless." It's a bad thing.
I was shocked that they let the music teacher have a wife with the kid. That was shocking to me.
That he wasn't gay.
Yeah. Like,
yeah.
They didn't go for the
Hispanic flamboyant. Like I was like, hey, yo, that's you had an opportunity. They didn't do it. I was like, okay.
You don't think they box checks with the kid singers and stuff?
No,
they may have slipped it in there, but they weren't really main characters, so I really didn't focus on them too much.
And they kind of put you in a position where if you the audience would be checking the box because they're not diving into their characters to say anything as to whether or not they were what their orientation was. So it would just be you, the audience, putting your stigmas on them. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, so they kind of have.
I think the extras were kind of box checked for certain.
I hear you.
What
But
I
like no, like he said, it wasn't blatant. It wasn't overt.
Yeah.
It wasn't. Yeah.
it made the sense that it needed to make, right?
No, I'm not mad at it. It was what it was. It was what you would kind of expect with a musical classroom, I guess.
And then my other knock against it is like once you start doing the cliche shit, then you open up the argument for the Struggle Olympics as to like what exactly is your conflict, right? And then I find myself like judging how bad this is. Like when she's talking about, you don't you don't know what it's like for people to laugh at your family, and she's like, and the brother was like, "You're the one that's worried about us looking stupid. We don't give a fuck about these assholes."
It's not even that. It's not even that, Jay. It's kind of like you were saying, like with the Cuban family or something. It's kind of like she kind of is robbed of a childhood, and he said that to her mother in there too. It's kind of
she was never a baby
too. Yeah, she was never a baby.
She was never a baby. Yeah,
and
I mean, yeah.
I think they had good bones in there to tell, like, more like dynamic human story versus making it into a musical, which is kind of a cheat code in my opinion. That's why I felt like in the flavor.
But you needed to give
that's why I addressed it in the flavor. Like this wasn't even like a badly tasted bad.
Come on,
we know
taste this motherfucking musical. Goddamn, this shit wasn't done in bad taste. You get what I'm saying? Oh shit,
that was
this shit wasn't done. Yeah, this shit wasn't done in bad taste as far as a musical. But I just don't feel like I got a story with the musical.
Do you think
my short bus was that they didn't sing enough? God damn it! I needed some more songs and dancing in the hallway.
Oh, if you danced in the hallway, I would have turned it off. If I saw one skip in a
one ensemble, one goddamn ensemble where everybody joined in. I wanted the deaf parents and stuff to do a twirl or something too, and play that in. Man, that was my short bus. I think they could have done a lot more with that.
I think the music.
You wanted mom and dad to do
splits and in.
Just also, like they feel a good vibration. That's the song they could have played. It's such a good vibration, and they be like, oh shit, just something like that.
Do you guys think
he was looking for the sister act?
Being that the lead character was Ruby, right? It was a female. Do you think there was another dream that she could have had that could have been the conflict as opposed to singing?
No, I thought that was perfect. Like the mom said, if I was blind, would you want to paint? Like
that shit was hilarious.
Like, you did this to smite me, you little bitch.
You do the one thing that I can't verify if you're good at it. Like you're just gonna tell me you're good at it. I'm supposed to take your word for it.
Oh man.
Oh god, that makes sense. All right. No, that makes sense. I'm not mad at it.
No, because even reading it, I was going into it expecting something more, and I guess my expectations was set too high for
honestly, like
for this to get ranked as far as the best story of the year.
Now, do you think the Oscars got that right?
Now, when you say
there we get. Now, right there. Now let's get
because it's like for me.
In the right path.
I wasn't.
Hold on. I just want to shout out of everybody in this group for the Academy Award. You had Nightmare Alley. You had Don't Look Up, Dune, Drive My Car, West Side Story, The Power of the Dog, as Jay says, Like a Rice.
Like a Rice.
Like a
You had Belfast, you had King Richard, and then you had this. And they're saying that this movie was the best out of all of those movies.
The only one I've seen is King Richard, and for me, I don't think this.
You watched Dune too.
You seen Dune too?
Yeah, I didn't like Dune.
And you watched Don't Look Up.
And you watched Don't Look Up.
And so I don't think this beats King Richard. I think it beats the other two.
I don't think.
I would give it
challenges it actually for the after story of what Don't Look Up is like.
Okay.
What
Dune
it,
too. Dune has a huge following.
Dune was dope, but I would say Dune doesn't get it because it was a remake.
Yeah.
and I feel like sci-fi movies are hard to win because that in that category because it's almost a cheat code with like green screen and the technology being used to like make the film good.
You gotta be Matrix level type shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be really hard. But I feel like Don't Look Up had at first I thought it was a horrible movie, but when I watched it again and like really looked at it, the undertones and the connection to where we are in society today, it's like, come on, man. Like they kind of hit the nail on the head with that one.
They smacked it,
right there, bro. Like you, especially with the last election, like come on, man. You can't not pay attention to that. So I felt like that was a big challenge. If that had won, I wouldn't have been mad at it. Now, what I will say, I didn't see Nightmare Alley, but what I will say is this wasn't arguably the safest choice and the best choice they've made in recent years.
You said
like meaning like they've never gotten it right, and I've never expected the Academy to get it right.
Oh, hold on.
But as far as
please back up.
Hold on. Let me. I don't want to say never. Let me not say never. In a majority of the times, the movies they pick are things that one we've never heard of, and two we will never watch. Right?
No, we can't say that.
Did we watch Moonlight?
The last one that won was what? Moonlight?
No, after Moonlight, it was the fish movie, I thought. The one where the woman was falling in love with the fish guy. That was last year. Deep it's like water some shit. Like
I'm not sure about that one.
All right, let me get it up. I'll get the list up. Hold on.
Splash?
No, man. It was
with Tom Hanks back in when he.
No, he was like a like almost
mermaid.
Oh God.
What the hell? I don't know. So, what's your take?
I forgot I was gonna say.
Man,
you know what? I'm gonna take back my take because there's been some good.
I remember.
There's been some good.
Talking about The Shape of Water. Is that
Shape of Water? Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Like that's something that I would never watch, and I have no interest of watching.
No, I didn't watch that one. The King's Speech was decent.
Right.
The Artist won. Green Book won. Moonlight won. Argo won.
I've never seen The Artist. Argo was good.
Spotlight won.
Spotlight was good.
Nomadland. I ain't see that either.
Never saw that one. But how many did you just list?
That was like the last several that didn't won.
And like of that, like we agree on maybe 3 or 4.
Well,
that's what I'm saying. Like the majority of the time, I feel, but like of all of it, this was the choice of like it gave everybody something. If you're a comedic, if you prefer comedy, you had that here. Heartwarming, you had that here. Musical, you had that here. Raw talent in like the singing ability and acting ability and you got that here. Passion, all of that. Every element is kind of
everything you named is in King Richard as well.
I was letting them get it off.
Yeah, but but again, they already gave it to Will for Best Actor. So I don't think they were going to double back.
They gave the father in this Best Supporting Actor. So what are you saying? They came with Best Picture, so it don't matter.
So then, are we saying that is this up against King Richard?
Well, no, it's just to me, like you're saying, like they pick movies that are not on our radar, and it's movies that we don't particularly have interest in, as far as not necessarily our culture, but just popular culture in general. These are not movies that tear down the box office.
These are not numbers based. It's not numbers based. It's literally technique and story.
But when you go in and watch it, it's like, what the fuck?
But this was one of the first times I could watch this, though.
I feel like I've seen this a million times on Disney. I feel like I've seen this like on the goddamn Nickelodeon. Like
Lifetime for sure. I've definitely binged this on Oxygen, but it's a higher quality of it
because of the camera resolution.
No, because of the dynamic with the deaf parents.
The same.
The dynamic with the deaf parents and how they relay their drama and their conflicts through sign language and make the audience feel it even without saying words. You see what I'm saying? Like just by reading it. You got to admit, King Richard was great, but you got to admit, like, that is a technique and that's challenging to convey emotions through sign language, bro.
But it's not necessarily like an actor is doing it. These are naturally deaf people.
This is how they communicate.
This is how they communicate. Period. So it's like,
let's be real. The mom was a novelty in the late 90s, early 2000s. Everybody liked her, and she did guest spots on all of it. And then after a while, I haven't seen her in anything else. She hasn't been on my radar, so it's kind of like she just fell off to the wayside. You see what I'm saying? Like, the hot deaf chick wasn't cool anymore. And it was like, just, okay, now we're done with this. Let's move on to the next thing. And then you go into the GILF era. Shout out to the GILF era. Love that era. But, like, now I find a way, bro. I find a way. But now you're seeing all this talent with this quote-unquote disability on camera. Like, you got to give props to it, no? Doesn't that factor in it?
I don't know, man. Maybe I'm heartless, bro. I didn't get no bonus points because you was deaf. I did not.
Right.
Yeah,
I think we was going in the same direction because I was like, for you to win Best Picture, you have to have the best picture out of everybody in the category. This was not the best picture out of everybody in the category.
Well, I think the disability aspect of it was used to pull, you know what I'm saying, on people's emotions.
Well, that's what it always seems like with these awards, that there's some sort of pandering involved. Even when the Green Book won, I felt like it was some sort of pandering involved. It just comes off that way. You know what I'm saying? Definitely when Moonlight won, I was like, oh yeah, they didn't shook the pot on this one.
We're not doing that. We're not touching Moonlight. We're not touching Moonlight. We're
talking about the Oscars.
Yeah, but let's just leave that one alone. Like,
well, I'm just saying, since a child, you know, I've always had that recognition of how they judge what is the best, versus how I saw what was the best for the year, and a lot of those things that we see as the best don't even get a mention in what is considered for top dog.
And I think that's fair. That's a reasonably accurate thing. But you also have to look at it like, I don't think when was the last time a comedy won for Best Picture at the Oscars? You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not going up. Don't Look Up.
But I think there's an agenda in that though.
In that comedy would never won.
That comedy doesn't get favor. I think now more than ever, there's a stance against comedy, and that's where, you know, people like Dave Chappelle have been fighting. That's where people have been standing in the fire for a while.
Get slapped in the mouth.
Chris Rock.
G.I. Jane show.
Chris Rock. Like not even that. Not even with that. I'm just saying, even before the Chris Rock slap, it was there was kind of like.
There was Kevin Hart getting canceled.
Yeah, they were kind of pushing comedy to like the redhead stepchild lane almost. You know what I mean? Where it really didn't get the credit, because I think Don't Look Up was a comedy, but it was done very tastefully, dog. It was done in a way where you had to take some jokes. Yeah, you had to take these jokes.
And it was bipartisan. That's what I loved about Don't Look Up. In the second time I watched it, it was definitely bipartisan, where both sides got fucked over, you know, got made fun of. So if I'm comparing, when
it come down to it, it was talking about the world getting fucked over. You know what I'm saying? We both in this mug. It was all bipartisan at that point.
But if I'm going off of the movies that I've seen, which is Dune, Don't Look Up, and King Richard, and this one, right? And I'm gonna immediately eliminate Dune because it's a remake and it's sci-fi and the technology is just what's really drawing me in. I don't know how much of it is the acting. So then you got the last three. Don't Look Up is gonna get canceled because it's satirical and humor doesn't really get considered in these situations. So then you have the story of a father who made a plan for his daughters.
Don't Look Up was better written though.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was considered enough to be nominated.
Yeah, that shit was way better written than that, bro.
that's the hole in your. That's the hole.
That's every time you come back to that. Like I'm trying to find a way, but like to support my initial jump out the window. Man, I'm gonna take my shit back. Look, you know what? Sometimes it's good to be. You got to talk things out with your fellas, man, for you to know where the fuck you're going. But I'm gonna take my shit back. I think Don't Look Up should have gotten this one. No, not Don't Look Up, but like I think it should have came down between King Richard and Don't Look Up. And I think if they had chosen either of those two, they would have gotten it right. I don't think this should have been chosen as the best picture. It was a good movie, but in comparison to those two films in particular, I don't think that this would have beaten it. It's like you
remember doing the King Richard episode, Jay? That was a slapper for you. This didn't make your slapper level now.
No, you're right, and that's the reason why. What got me in the beginning was the fact that it had so many elements of what makes a great movie all in one.
It did.
It did, right? And so, like, looking at that, I was like, oh, I see why the Academy would have picked this because it got everything. It got a little bit for everybody. But when I'm looking at it, like, but what was your, like, which is the one you will go back to? Which is the one that, like, when you watch it, you want to, like, you're like, damn, I wish so-and-so was here. Like, when I watched King Richard, I was like, fuck, I wish I was watching this with my wife right now. When I watched this, I was like, all right, like I was cool watching it by myself. You know what I'm saying? And Don't Look Up.
I watched it with somebody at my house, and I was like, yeah, I'm finna watch this for the pod. This one won Best Picture. Let's check it out real quick. And at the end, I'm like, man, I'm sorry I had you sit through this. I think I might have dozed off for 20 minutes. I
did doze off in the beginning. I ain't gonna lie. I did definitely. I 100% fell asleep.
This was one I was able to pause and walk away from and come back and just press play, and I was good. Like, all right,
same.
Pick it up. Yep, I'm good.
I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't say I could walk away.
But it wasn't.
But it wasn't like
it wasn't bad though.
No, it wasn't bad. Like I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just it wasn't anything that involved me to do a lot of thinking or anything where I had to like let me rewind it back to piece together.
Right.
Like,
and when I was telling the person I was watching it with, they was like, nah, it's cool. It was just a movie. You know, I was like, yeah, I kind of had more hype going into it because it won, but it didn't. It kind of was a
okay. Of the ones that we reviewed,
for me.
Where would you rank this though? So
I'm sorry?
got amongst the ones that we've reviewed. So we got Don't Look Up, Dune, King Richard.
This is number 4 for me.
And now this one.
Yeah.
You put Dune above this one?
I do.
Yeah. I really like Dune. I like Dune better than this. I just wouldn't have given it Best Picture because it's a remake and they didn't do anything.
You wouldn't have given it.
They didn't. Yeah, I wouldn't have given it. I'm sorry. But they didn't do anything.
Pops, you hear that? You hear that? You hear that shit? Did you hear the correction on that one? The spiciveness over here. Did you hear that one?
I don't know what you corrected, but anyway,
can't argue with the educators, Jay.
But anyway,
I'm gonna throw my chair.
This wouldn't have been top dog for me. Just off that, you know what I'm saying? And Dune was a remake. It was creative as far as the technology that got added to the film, but nothing else was added to the film.
See, I'm not into that kind of stuff.
Your question too, real quick, Jay.
Yeah.
That is kind of based off of what type of film the person is into as well.
Exactly, because I put this above Dune. That's the only switch I make. I put this above Dune. But I don't knock Dune because it's just that those movies don't speak to me personally. Yeah. Well, that's too far into the future for me.
How do we feel about the acting in this?
Holy shit, we're just on short bus? did not like the teacher.
The teacher.
And
I don't know. I feel he was the seasoning amongst the actors to me.
Okay.
See, for me, it was the father. I fucking loved the father. Frank Rossi, played by Troy Kotsur.
Mm-hmm.
I thought his character had all the elements. He was funny. He was aggressive. Like, dude, when he stood up,
ain't nothing without him.
Exactly. Like, you see what I'm saying? I loved him, but like for me, I didn't hate him enough to give him a queen, but I felt like it's worthy to verbalize. I did not like
the teacher. He's talking about is Lonnie Palmer. Yeah.
Bernardo Villanova.
Did I say the wrong one? Oh, well,
yeah.
Whoops.
Sorry, I don't remember.
Oh, you good?
That was his character's name.
Yeah, but his real name is
You ain't roll your R's though.
Bernardo.
No, I gave the crown. I crowned Troy Costner played Frank. He was the dad.
Yes, absolutely, 100%. Did you have a queen?
I did. Yeah.
The boy.
Yeah, I was gonna say. What's his name? Ferdia Walsh Pilo.
We're talking, and that's the music partner, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Yeah, we agree there. I didn't give the music teacher the drama queen, but I just did not like his character or how his character was performed.
Eugenio Derbez is Bernardo Villalobos. It sounds like it's in a Mexican novella. Damn. Telenovela.
Telenovela?
Man, y'all got some crowns. We move on to the next spot.
No, y'all pretty much nailed the ones I had. Yeah. Definitely the dad was the star in this, and he was awarded by the Academy. Definitely, I thought that was right.
That was right. Yeah. That they got right.
That they got right.
That they did get right.
I thought even the leading actor in here, Amelia Jones, I thought she did well as well in here as well.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. I agree with that. I could take that, but I'll give an honorable mention to the son as well. Yeah, and because like the father and the son, they both gave me my two favorite scenes in the entire movie. You know what I'm saying? The scenes that made me feel the most, I got from them. So, and again, to be deaf and be able to relay that, shit.
The queen in this was old dude who was robbing their ass at the dock with them prices, man. His old bitch ass, man. How you gonna pick on a disabled dog?
Oh my god, Tony.
Yeah.
Oh god. All right, man. Anything else before we move on?
Look at me now.
Hey,
look at me now.
Try and do this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm getting paper.
Rap music vibrates the ass cheeks, man.
Oh my god! You know, I just seen this Ferdia Walsh Pilo picture, dog. I kept going past it, thinking this was a broad.
That's not a. Oh my god, that's a guy. Ooh.
Yeah, you get the queen for that too, dog. On that.
Is that the music teacher?
No, man. That's
that was singing.
That was a kid. He looked old as shit too in the picture too.
Yeah, how you gonna let somebody else be called Harry Potter in the film and you looking like this in your still shot?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Right, I'm sorry. All right, so you have to look at me. That was part of my look at me.
Oh my god. Damn.
Man, y'all see dude on this picture, dog.
Man, that's all I had was rap music make the ass cheeks vibrate. That's.
Do we have anything for the look at me, guys?
They had that fucking truck wanging.
It's like, I don't know. To me, it wasn't nothing special on the look at me for this. Like,
I liked how when the kid asked, like, does your family like even know what music was? The father got immediately associated with gangster rap because I felt like that would be his music, whether he could hear or not. Like he looks to
Space in it.
yeah. I did like that.
I gotta look at me, Jay.
Yeah, let me hear it.
Do you think because that they had the lack of hearing that they had more inhibitions when they were in their sexual activity? Because they had
Less
that big
inhibitions.
cracky, boy.
You mean less inhibitions?
Less inhibitions.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, I do. And I like how they have a system with the lights too. Like she just comes in like, "Hey, motherfucker, I'm home. I'm home." Also, if she was gay, her like finger work would be phenomenal.
Oh my god!
Because you got it, like the way the lights were going on and off, it was like strobe light.
Oh my god!
Not in the show. She's 17. That's a grown ass woman.
She's 17 for real, Jay.
Here again tonight.
Oh God! No, wait.
And you legal in the state of Illinois. You all right?
I want to apologize. I was just being funny and hyperbolic. It was a cruel joke, inappropriate for the age.
Oh my god.
Will, where are you?
It didn't hit the way.
Will. There you go.
Oh God! Can I take it back? I don't know why. I didn't need to do that. That was unnecessary, and I apologize, sincerely. That was.
My God, man.
I'll make better choices in the future.
I hope so.
Have you all ever had any interactions with hearing impaired?
Yes.
No.
Like actual like constant communication, daily type shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
one of my cousins was hearing impaired,
Okay.
but it was to the point she could
Read
hear.
your lips or something?
Yeah,
Oh,
like
okay.
she had a hearing aid and everything. Oh, speaking of hearing aid, no, it's two. One of my other cousins also has a hearing aid and everything. And they can hear pretty good. They read more lips than anything. But
So hard to hear running your family. Is that what you're saying, man?
huh?
Right.
I know two vets that one is from the Army, one is from the Navy. I know two vets, and both of them have fucked up ear. One of them is really bad because he actually has an hearing aid because he was in the Navy. And then the other one was in the Army, and his shit is just like, I don't know if it's like he knows he's an hearing aid, but he's just not for it because he just does this when he can't hear you, and you go. I was like, I know.
With the little
You met him.
thing.
Yeah, you met him. You remember my old boss? Like he'll just do this.
Now that I say that, though, I work with a guy who's completely deaf, and he's a mechanic, and it's actually. I forget sometimes when I take the truck over there for them to do maintenance on there, you have to face him in order for him to read your lips. Because sometimes I'll be talking and stuff and moving like, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? And he was standing there like, oh shit, my bad, bro, my bad.
This is a stupid question, maybe, right? But we're still in the look at me. Before we move on, why is it okay for him to be deaf and be able to drive?
But I said the same thing, but we can't be deaf and drive the boat.
Like,
I asked my wife.
I was like,
I asked my wife. I was like, how does he drive? It's okay
I was like,
for him to drive.
That was the one, but I don't
shit.
know if that was a fair question to ask.
The boat I kind of get though, because you just out there in the open sea. If your ass ain't paying attention.
But who else is out here with me, bro? Like
they ain't even see the damn boat run up though. Like the boat that ran up and docked, and they still,
bro. Those Coast Guards had to have been real because that dismount was legendary. That shit was like, yo. I was like, I want to be a Coast Guard. That shit was lit. Like,
I'm like, but why the lady didn't help him? Like,
she can't.
I know she can't, but damn,
But
don't
that
be
was
an
fucked up.
asshole.
That
Like
was fucked up.
That was fucked up.
I got to pay you $800 a day plus to be on this boat that I don't even want your ass on. Now I got to take this $2,500 fine because you couldn't just be like, hey, you couldn't do one of those, like a quick wave or some shit.
But it was again, it ain't shit he could do about it because he can't hear him. It's just gonna be yeah.
And again, that's to me is further to why I hate the fact that
I got a question for
they had
LaMail
her
too.
with a dude instead of like practicing her craft. What's up?
Like at the end of the movie, he had one line. Like, so does he get paid for the line by lines, or do the signing count as lines as well? How does that work in like the acting world?
That's a good question. I didn't think about that because technically they didn't have lines and stuff. They were communicating through the whole thing. So yeah.
No, the sign language is a language.
Yeah.
So it counts still as lines. Like you're still getting your SAG credits because
they got to write all that shit out on the script.
It's still dialogue, regardless. It's dialogue to be translated. Now, it's the way I'm approaching it is that it would be no different if they were
Spanish.
Yeah, thank you. And
it is everyone's favorite game show. Rename that movie.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, I hate you. Excuse me, say what?
I knew he was finna
Excuse me, say what?
See no evil, hear no evil.
That's
fucking Jay.
What?
That was one of the
yeah. Oh, damn it. I got it. You got it.
Read the signs.
Mama, I want a sign.
Talking with the fishes.
2 weeks is too long.
Put a soldier on that helmet. Put a helmet on that soldier.
That shit was hilarious. That
the tingling taint. Goddamn.
Oh God.
The boiled lobster. The boiled lobster.
The boiled lobster.
Too loud challenge. Do y'all know what the too loud challenge is?
Nope.
Jock itch. Shit. All right, never mind. Jock itch.
That's what they had.
Riding mama.
What?
Riding, like a riding mama, like mama was right. All right, okay, never mind.
Nah.
That's too graphic.
Yeah, leave it alone.
Fuck your
Wall
dream.
it up.
The silencing.
This. Oh God.
Closed captions.
Closed captions.
That okay. All right, Zoe. All right.
Yeah.
That one, that's the lead right there.
Yeah.
That's the one to beat.
Yeah.
Oh, are we giving up?
No.
Okay, that's the one to beat. Closed caption. And stop looking off into the sunset like you about to come with another one. Like, that was it. You good. You can take your pictures. Huh?
Ooh, life handed to you. Yeah.
Nah. I don't feel that one.
Yeah. Whole life handed to you, dog.
What she said.
Huh.
I was gonna say that at first too. I was gonna say that was one of mine. Just like 15 question marks behind it. So we just going what she said is not
What she said. What? No, that's not in the running, dog. What are you talking about?
all right.
How you just gonna try to slide some shit up in there? What she said? No, that was never there.
You didn't def use that one before.
Okay. All right. Okay. He say, she say? SMD. Because of what the Pop said at the thing. Pop said that at the
I know, but we not putting that on CODA, dog.
It's an abbreviation with an abbreviation. You know what I'm saying?
Sign me up.
Oh yeah, child of divorces gives. Oh, okay, I see what you did there. Sign me up. Double your fish.
Double your fish. Arby's fish, nigga.
Fuck your fillet.
The unmelanated choir. The unmelanated choir.
See, now there you go. There you go.
See? All right, now we going down this lane.
No,
All
we're
right.
not going down this lane. We're not doing this. No, we're not.
We can't say
salted cock.
Bland band.
we can't call it decisive.
The bland band. That's
we can't call it decisive.
Decisive tilapia.
Oh, it's autism month. Autistic soul.
Who's autistic? What the fuck?
I can't.
I couldn't hold it in.
You made me hurt my stomach.
What the fuck?
What you mean?
What?
Y'all said the soul was lacking like a motherfucker. Like y'all said that shit.
You can't call the whole cast a bunch of cousins, bro. Like, what the fuck? Autistic soul?
Yeah, like the music. They fucked up, man. They fucked up Meth and Mary, dog. Seth and Sarah. Let's call it that thing.
But that was no, the one that they fucked up was
Etta James.
No, not Etta James. It was Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell.
No. I'm sorry. That's gonna be Meth and Mary for me.
Forever.
I understand my mom and them. I get all of that. I understand what mom and them were trying to say, but that's Meth and Mary from here on out. I don't care what nobody say.
That's a fact. I'm with you, Mike.
It probably would have helped the white boy out if he would have rapped his
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang forever.
So we got closed caption, fuck your fillet, and
Bland band.
Yeah,
bland band.
the bland band.
And oh my god, I can't believe autistic soul. All right, okay.
It's autism month, dog.
Nah, man. Well, wait.
I can't do that one.
Listen, one of them gotta go, Mike. One of them gotta go. I'm sorry. It's a banger. But
How about flavorless funk? How about that?
There we go.
Oh, thank God.
There we go.
Okay. All right. You're back in it. You're back in it.
There we
The weight is gone. Is that what happened?
Oh my God.
Oh, bro.
Yo, shit. Yo, I had a cramp in my shoulder and immediately left. I swear to God. Immediately left. Okay. So we got flavorless funk.
Bro, y'all said that shit was whack. Y'all said the soul was whack, dog. That's what I'm saying.
Flavorless. We're moving on, Mike. We're moving on. Flavorless funk.
All right.
Closed caption. Fuck your fillet. Bland band. Now I think bland band and flavorless funk kind of cancel each other, and flavorless funk is gonna win against bland band. I think we can't use fuck in the title, so fuck your fillet is out.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so it's coming down to closed caption versus flavorless funk. Where do we want to go, ladies and gentlemen?
Right, with that closed caption.
I'm kind of leaning towards closed caption.
Shit.
Because it's all subtitles, so it kind of makes sense.
How about hand it to the band?
We can't insert any new, no new registration, sir. Registration.
That's
Registration
a
is
cold one. That's a cold one. Hand it to the band. That's it.
Registrations
Walking
are
off. That's a walk
Bland
off.
of the hand.
registrations are closed, sir. Why can't
That's
black
a
people know
walk-off.
when it's
Hand it
over?
to the band.
Guys. Hey. Registration
That
has been
talk about the
closed.
sign language and that talk about the weak ass singing.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into
Hand
the
it to
Truvue
the band.
podcast.
Is that what
The
you do?
official rename for CODA, currently streaming on Apple TV, is going to be closed caption. Definitely go check that out.
I don't know now.
No, it's already in the group chat.
You need to take a revote.
No, we're not, because y'all are inserting new people. We'll never leave. You got places to be. Don't get fucked up. Recommendations, rewatchability. This is a one and done.
Not a
for me.
rewatch for me. This is
Same
not
here.
a rewatch for me, and I would recommend it based on it winning the award and based on it's a decent story. It ain't terrible, but I'll be careful who I recommend it to. Like,
Yes,
I probably would have never. If I watched this, I would have probably never walked in here and recommended it to y'all. But y'all seem to like it more than me.
I'm recommending it to the people that will have the same level of decisiveness. Never mind. I take that back. I got my select few of people that I recommend this to. Don't take it personal if I recommend this to you.
Would you recommend this to me, Jay?
No, not even in the slightest.
I would recommend.
Would you recommend it to Mel though?
Yes, just because I feel as though, I'd recommend it to Mel.
Number one, I'm into musicals, and I like Glee.
And it's something about.
I would recommend this to people who are in that genre of liking a Glee. If you want a very watered down version of it, like this would be right up your alley.
Plus, I've seen how you are with your kids and their dreams. And their dreams, like you are very much into your kids and their dreams. So anything like in that room, I would send your way. What's up, Mike?
No, I was gonna ask, like, what if you are into like I guess the gain of independence stories or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
This is one.
Like a Coyote Ugly or something. That's how I recommend it. You know,
I just want to make sure these kids know that
Coyote Ugly.
Get their shit.
What if
Coyote? Can we go? All right. He said. Zoe, final thought.
What if you was a Coyote Ugly fan base? Would you recommend it then? That's what I'm saying.
Pass it.
Yeah,
Mike,
why not? They had some sex scene in here.
Right here. I'm right.
I recommended to Jay because of the sex scene.
I appreciate.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised you ain't. He ain't bring that up.
I am evolving. I called my rename was Riding Mama.
He said, "Don't disrespect me." I
am's who I am's, B.
I put the freaky in the sticky.
I don't like how on YouTube it pops up and it's just Freaky J. That's not appropriate. Let's work on that. Let's work on those titles, guys.
It's a work. It's a work. So I mean, altogether, I feel like it was a decent movie. We scored it
right in the
all over
average
the place, but the Truvue score was
a 3 with a.
Find out 1, 2, 3.
The raw score is a 3.6, so it's not a low 3. It was close, but it just wasn't quite there. Too much cheesiness, too much cliche, and the struggle wasn't enough.
This ain't no barbershop quartet though.
All right. Again, Zoe, this is your. Thank you guys for Zoe. Help me out here, bro. Venti, the vibes. Where are they? Come on, talk to me.
That boy, good. Yeah.
Go on over to TruvuePodcast.com. Truvue, that's TRUVUE podcast.com, where you can like, subscribe, share, comment to help us defeat that all-powerful algorithm trying to hold a black pod down.
Yo, that was actually really good. That was
boy good,
really, that hey man, I'm sorry. You know what? Well done, sir. Well fucking done.
And y'all hit that subscribe and like button, hit that bell. Thank you for following us on the YouTubers.
And as always, we sending out a very venti shout out to Venti Vibes, where the vibes are always venti. You can find Venti Vibes on Instagram, Facebook, the website, VINTYVIBEZ.com. Get at us. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. Anything else, gentlemen?
No, man, you know what we always say. Thank you all for listening, and as always, go watch some shit.
Truvue Podcast.
A bunch of different views.
The boys keep it real, man. I really like listening to them, man. They funny. Yeah.
Son.
You know what I'm saying?
They really speak their truth. The hell was that?
You're